Hi, my name is Vashti Miller. I am from California, and when you hear California, you think of the sand, sun, and surf. But not me, that's not where I'm from. I'm from Fresno, California, from Central Valley. Before Painters Clubhouse, I would just be sitting at home all day, scrolling through my Facebook feed, TikTok, all kinds of things. Or I would be watching my Hallmark shows. You want to know what life is like now that I've joined Painters Clubhouse? You'll find me here a lot. This is the aisle you'll find me in, the paint aisle. This is what Tamara likes, the Americana. Sometimes I like this Anita's, but what I really like is this, 30% off. And you'll find me here. Before Painters Clubhouse, I used to be afraid to come in this aisle. Now I know to come here and look exactly what I'm getting. And now I'm at my favorite aisle. This is where I get my revolutionary plywood. You can see I'm a little short, so getting it down is sometimes a lot of fun. Now that I've joined Painters Clubhouse, you'll find me printing these off, using my jigsaw, my scroll saw to print these out. I'm painting all the time. I'm enjoying life more. If thinking about joining Painters Clubhouse, I highly suggest you do. You're going to make new friends. You're going to find a confidence in yourself that you never thought you had, whether it be using power tools or painting things that you never thought you'd be able to do. Go for it. Join Painters Clubhouse.
Hi, my name is Pam Savage, and I ran across Tamara Bennett about 3 years ago on YouTube when she was literally painting from a closet. And look where she is today. And the wonderful thing is that she's taken all of us in the Painters Clubhouse along with her every single step of the way. She has taught us so much. I was an experienced, or am an experienced painter. I really didn't think I needed painting tips, although I've learned so many painting things that I didn't realize I didn't know about through this group, but she has helped me grow, step outside of my comfort zone. I own my own business now. I quit my day job to do this full time, and that was with help from this group, this Painters Clubhouse group, and Tamara Bennett, and her willingness to help all of us get to that point. She is so genuine. There is nothing fake about her. What you see is what you get. I think she is still in shock herself at how her business has grown and just exploded, but it's her bubbly personality, her genuine care for other people and women especially, to help them get to the point to where she is, if that's what where they want to be. But it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you're an experienced painter. This will help you grow as a person. I have not regretted it 1 minute. I think sometimes, oh, I can't afford to stay in this. I can't afford not to stay in it. It just makes me happy when I talk to the other women. It is just a wonderful, wonderful group. It's a family, really is. And so I highly suggest that you at least try it, give it a try. She doesn't lock you in. If you want to get out, you can. Once you get in, I promise you're not going to want to get out. And but it will help you not only painting, but it will help you to become a better person, because these people are wonderful and they do care about you. So I hope you'll at least give it a try. I've been in it now for a little over 2 years and absolutely love it. So I hope you will give it a try, and thank you, Tamara Bennett, for all that you've done for myself and others. Have a great day.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my page, Southern Adornments Decor, or if you're watching from Damon's page, hello, Deco Exchange. So I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. My name's Tamara Bennett. I'm the owner of Southern Adornments Decor, and I teach people how to paint wooden door hangers. A lot of these have actually been turned into wreath attachments as well. So if you're a wreath maker, would this size not be perfect to go on a wreath? And so tonight I'm actually going to be painting this basket of pumpkins. Hey, Karen. Hi, Linda. Welcome, Shauna. Hello, and Vicki and Heather. And I'm going to be painting this design 3 nights in a row. So here is what I have planned. Night number 1, we're going to paint it pretty basic, kind of like a beginner would, okay? Because when people come into my membership, the Painters Clubhouse, they're beginners. Most of the time, they're beginners who've never painted before. And so we want to keep it pretty basic for those people just so that they feel like they can get this accomplished. So this is what we're going to be painting tonight. Tomorrow night at the same exact time, 7 p.m. Central, we're going to be painting this one. Notice how it's got some of that cute leopard print and some buffalo plaid. It even looks like, what do you call that? Corrugated metal. And so we're going to be painting it like this for night number 2. And then on night number 3, we're going to go with more of a realistic look. And we're going to add some like speckles on the pumpkins and some shading and some really intricate buffalo plaid. So I'm super excited to see how these turn out. I've already got 3 wooden pieces like this cut. If you're curious about how I cut this, by the way, I did a live on my own page this afternoon cutting this with the Thunder laser. And so you can go and watch that. It laser etched the design in the surface. So I can paint over all of this and I'll still be able to see these lines, which makes it really great when I'm going to add details. Let's see. Hi, Jolene. How are you? Hey, Cynthia from Texas. A lot of my viewers are from Texas. I see Miss Marina Vital is here with us. She was live with me earlier today at 1 o'clock on my page. We interviewed her. She's a Painters Clubhouse member. So if you want to hear what her experience has been like, go and watch that video. But if you're curious what the Painters Clubhouse is, that is my membership where we teach door hanger painting. We have a library full of over 100 different tutorials and designs that you can go in and pick. I like to joke around and say it's the Netflix of door hangers. And so you can browse through that and pick what you want to learn, kind of like browsing a buffet. You pick out your favorite design, whatever you're in the mood to paint. There's like tons of them, right? They come with the printable template, which the printable template is going to be like this, but it's going to be black and white version, and it will be able to print on multiple sheets of paper. So you can print it out at home, trace or like tape it together, trace it on a piece of wood, and then cut the piece of wood yourself using either a jigsaw or a scroll saw. Or if you have a fancy laser machine, it also comes with the laser cut file. So we provide those to our members. But if for some reason you're just like, I'm not quite ready for that yet, that's totally fine. You can get the wooden blanks from us. They would look similar to this. They might be made out of MDF instead of this kind of plywood. But you can get those from us at shopdoorhangers.com. I did put the link to this particular design in the description. Deborah says she's so excited because she already bought this design yesterday. You're going to be totally ready for this then. And so if you're a Painters Clubhouse member, which it's open to join today through August 25th, that's the last day to join. If you sign up, you get 20% off all of the wooden blanks and the templates in our shop. So you could go in there and buy more templates, or you could get a discount on the wooden blanks. And all the paint that I'm going to be using tonight is Deco Art Americana Craft Acrylics. And this is matte paint. So it's great for painting on wood. I have a link for that as well. If you don't know where to buy that, I put it in the description, and I have a 20% off discount code you can use. It's in there also. Linda says she's got 2 of them already cut out. Wonderful. Did I design these myself? Yes, Miss Lisa, I did. You may have seen a couple of my designs in Damon's shop, in the Deco Exchange shop. He's selling them printed on metal signs. For those of you who don't want to learn to paint, you can use the printed metal signs if he has a design available, and he likes this design. So he's like, we may have to make a metal sign out of that one and put it in the shop. And I was like, yeah, sure. Whatever you want to do. Hey, Rosie, I'm so glad you love this design. Well, I only have about 50 minutes with you guys tonight because I promised the people who participated in our workshop that I would go live with them at 8 p.m. tonight to celebrate, closing ceremonies, give away prizes for that workshop. So we got to do that at 8 p.m. So I got to wrap this up within 50 minutes. So we better get started painting. Let's go ahead and just start with the background color of our our basket, if you will. And I'm going to be using this color. It's called Gray Sky. And I like to use an egg carton to hold my paints. So if you've never seen that before, it might be kind of funny. I'm using a flat tip brush, and we're just going to apply the paint on here. I'm not going to worry about staying in the lines too much, because I know that when I go back later to paint other parts, it's gonna cover it up. It'll be fine if I get outside the lines. So if you're a messy painter, these little wooden etched blanks really come in handy. Hi, Cheryl from Alabama. Tanika said, I went out and got some sawhorses, some wood and clamps today. You're going to be ready. She says she's going to start cutting tomorrow. Vicky says, I really like this when you paint it 3 different ways. So this is something that I usually do in the spring and in the fall when we open up our membership, because the membership is only open 2 times a year, spring and fall. And so it's kind of a great way to kind of give you guys an idea of like where you may start out if you're a beginner and where you can end up, because you may start out painting them like this with very minimal details. And then, you know, after a few months in the clubhouse, you may be painting them more like I'm going to do it on Wednesday night, where it's more advanced. Thank you, Kelly. She said she loves this design. Okay. What was I going to say to you guys? Oh, I was going to tell you. What was I going to tell you? I totally had a thought, and then it totally left me. Marie says she loves this design. Patty says, Home Shopping Network had the Glowforge Plus on today's craft day. That is crazy, Patty. Hi, Nancy. Hello from Arkansas. I'm in Kentucky, for those of you who are wondering. And I'm in Damon's Mastermind. What is the link for the membership? Patricia, we have put it up in the description, but essentially it's paintersclubhouse.com. But if you want to just click the link, it's in the video description up above. If you're watching from Damon's page, that is his affiliate link. So please be sure to use that if you decide to join. Linda said, I wanted to watch this live, but it won't come up. I've refreshed the page. Oh, goodness. That's probably the internet. For some reason around here in Kentucky lately, the internet has not been too cooperative, especially today. I feel like everything I've tried to do on the internet today, when I'm not home, I'm on Wi-Fi. The data is just so slow. Deborah, I love this comment. You guys read this. It says, I looked at my first door hanger from last year today, and wow, I've gotten better. Deborah, if you will, please do me a favor and like do a side-by-side collage and post it in the Painters Clubhouse of how far you've come. You know, show like what it looked like a year ago and what your most recent one looks like. And it's bonus points if it's the same exact design, because that's really cool when we can see progress on the same exact design. Miss Kelly Lashley, who's watching, I used her example in our webinar that we did last night, and I showed the difference that that she had made in the flower wheelbarrow design. You could see that over a year, she had really developed her own authentic style of painting. And that's really what it's all about, is developing your own style, becoming more confident in your choices, like with patterns and colors and the paints that you're using. And when you become more confident in those things, it becomes just that much more enjoyable, and you're able to just really, you know, ramp things up. And a lot of people end up selling these. Hi, Diana. Hello. Marie is multitasking, watching 2 painters at one time. That's funny. Vashi, this color right here is called, oh goodness, what is it? Neutral gray. Neutral gray. So Vashi's a member of our Painters Clubhouse. You guys may have seen her just a few minutes ago on the countdown video that we did. I just got all outside the lines on this one. It's all right. It'll paint over. Look how wobbly that line is. But Vashi was on our countdown video a few minutes ago. She was the one who was walking in Hobby Lobby and talking about how before Painters Clubhouse, she didn't know what supplies to buy. But after joining Painters Clubhouse, you know, it's been like so easy when she walks in to choose paints, because she knows exactly which aisle to go to and what to get. I just loved that video, Vashi. Thank you so much for submitting that. Marina, yes, she said, I can totally see the foil technique that we were taught in Painters Clubhouse on the metal strappings going around this barrel. She said, you need to join the Painters Clubhouse so you can learn many awesome skills. So just this past month, we had a guest painter come in and teach us how to add foil on top of paint to our door hangers. And it was so cool because she did it on top of a milk cans, like a galvanized steel milk can. And I had just painted it gray with this gray paint. And then she came in with some foils. And when she was done, it looked like a real stainless steel, like galvanized, whatever you call that, like metal can. It was the coolest thing. So we have all kinds of technique videos like that in the membership that you guys can that you guys can watch and learn to, start branching out of what maybe you're normally doing. Okay, let's go ahead and paint the little bandana, or I don't know if it's a bandana. I guess it's kind of like just a little cloth that hangs over the side. This is a newer color that I picked up. It's called Open Water, and I thought it was just the most gorgeous blue color. It's so pretty. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Hello, Jerry. Kim, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Y'all tell me where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? Are you in Louisiana? Are you in Texas, Alabama, Georgia? Where are you watching from? I'm in Kentucky. If you're in Tennessee, are you affected by all the crazy flooding that's going on? I'm curious. Here comes my daughter. What's up, darling? Don't bump my arm. I'm painting.
I'm almost done.
Almost done with what? Cleaning your room up?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably need to take a bath and get ready for bed.
Yeah, I see. I'm kind of dirty.
Yeah, go take a bath. Yep. Make sure you put your dirty clothes in the hamper.
All the mud is driving me except my.
What have you been doing in the mud?
The mud. I was playing it and felt a little smushy without water.
It felt smushy.
Yeah, so now it's almost soaking in.
Okay. Well, I'm doing it live. Can you go in there the room and take your bath?
Yep.
Oh. I love you. No. Go take a bath. You stink.
Okay.
She's been outside playing in the mud. I see people from Oklahoma, Alabama, Central Florida, Cocoa, Florida, Texas, New York. Awesome. Cape Cod. Awesome. This is so cool to see where everybody is from. So if you see somebody who may live close to you, connect with them in the comments. It's always fun to find a painting buddy. We have several Painters Clubhouse sisters who have met up with other Clubhouse sisters who lived, not too far away, or maybe they were on a road trip and they met up along the way. And it's so neat to see them getting together. Hello, Dee from Illinois. I see Debbie from North Carolina and Cindy and Mary, lots of North Carolina. Somebody from Maine. I've never been to Maine. I've never been that far up north. Actually, yeah. I've been to Toronto, Canada, but I haven't been to Maine. Carolyn says Southern Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. I'm Western Kentucky near Murray. If you know where Murray State University is, that's my hometown. All right, let's do a second coat on this color right here. This is the Open Water Deco Art color. It's an Americana paint. And then we'll do some polka dots on this in just a little bit. For right now, we'll do this second coat and then we'll let this dry. We're going to keep the design fairly simple tonight. If you're just now logging on, I'll briefly explain the plan. So I'm going to be painting live tonight, tomorrow night, and Wednesday night. So here's the plan. I'm going to be painting the same design, but I'm going to paint it different each night. So we're keeping it basic tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll take it up a notch. And then the next night, we're going to paint it really different. So this is to represent the path that somebody will go down when they join the Painters Clubhouse and commit to becoming a more confident painter. You guys will advance your skills to the point where you're just doing like basic background colors, to eventually you'll be doing like all of this shading and this really cool stuff. If you want to, you can really take things up a notch, and you'll just be amazed at the progress that you can make. We actually even have a success path that is a printable that you can print out once you join Painters Clubhouse. And once you print it out, you can check off things. How many of you are list makers and like checkers, and you like to check things off a list? If that is you, you're going to love the success path, because painting is so subjective, right? Everybody kind of has their own opinion of what's good and what's bad. And so you need to be able to like make it tangible when you're trying to learn it. You need to be able to like say, okay, I did that. And so if you can check something off a list, it's going to really help you to see that you're making progress. And so we'll have things on that list like, have you ever cut out a door hanger before? using like a jigsaw or a scroll saw. And so if you have, you'll be able to check that off the list. And then there'll be things like hand lettering or techniques, or maybe even teaching a paint party. Because yes, we do encourage you guys to not only sell the things you make in Painters Clubhouse, because that helps you pay for the fees for Painters Clubhouse, but we encourage you to teach paint parties if that's something you desire to do, because it's a great way to make extra money, and you can teach the designs that we're teaching you in your own town to your friends, your family, your neighbors, whoever, and it's a great way to make extra money. Michelle says, how much is it? Painters Clubhouse is $47 a month, or you can pay annually, and you get 2 months for free. Like I said, you will have access to a huge library that we've been building on and adding to for the last 3.5 years. It is full of door hanger templates, door hanger tutorials, and technique videos and things like that. And so you can go in there and just get started immediately, like tonight if you wanted to, and just start browsing. But if you're at the beginner stage and you're like, Tamara, I don't even know what kind of brushes I need to buy, let alone what kind of paint I need to choose, then I'm going to recommend that you start with the beginner videos, because those videos will break down that stuff and make it so much more simple for you. Okay, hang on. I'm looking at my picture to make sure I paint all the pumpkins the correct color that I had planned to paint them. This is the Canyon Orange color. I love this color by Deco Art. And so I'm just going to do probably 2 coats on each little pumpkin. And then we're going to do these other pumpkins a different color. That way it's more interesting. Carol says that was a new one for me, but I'm looking. Okay, I guess you guys are talking to each other about where you're from. I love that. Go right ahead. Deb says, I think I'm painter number 3 when I'm really at number 1. That is okay. That is okay. Everybody goes at their own pace too. So, you know, you may move faster through the success path than somebody else. Jamie is asking a question. She said, I noticed you tend to use the Americana paints. Is there a particular reason why you prefer those? They cover really well. I really like the coverage, the consistency. Every time I buy a bottle, the paint color is always right on point, which actually I got to go tour the Deco Art Paint Factory a few months ago, and I learned the coolest thing. They have guys there that work in the factory. And did you know the factory is here in Kentucky? They have guys that work in the factory, and those guys, their only job is to make sure that the colors match. So they will take the original like paint color and they will swipe it on a card. And then when they're creating another batch of that color, their job is to make sure that the second batch matches the first batch. And you know how they do that? With their eyes. That's the only way they do it. I forgot what the technical term is, but they use their eyesight. And I would imagine that like being colorblind would omit you from this job for sure. But they only use their eyesight to match the colors. It's mind blowing to me. So they look at these colors and they can say it needs a little more brown, or it needs a little more green, or whatever. And then they'll add a little bit more, and then they'll make another color swatch to test it to make sure it matches. And then when it's just right, they send it off to be bottled. Is that not the coolest thing? Jennifer says amazing. Absolutely. Y'all are wanting to know the colors so far. We have gray sky. What is this? Neutral gray, open water, and now we're using Canyon Orange to do these pumpkins. But I just thought that was so neat. What a special job. What brand is your blow dryer? It's called a Craft Heat Tool. It's on Amazon. Michelle says that's easy if you know your color well. Well, not everybody does, unfortunately. I've had to refresh my brain on a lot of that stuff because we were taught that stuff in elementary art class, but a lot of it you kind of like lose it if you don't use it kind of thing. And so I've had to refresh myself. Okay, hang on. This one is supposed to be a darker orange. Okay, let's go ahead and do that one first. I'm going to try this color. It's called Scarlet. So it's got a lot of red in it. And this is going to be a really reddish orange pumpkin. But you see those at the pumpkin patch that are like really bold. Like they look almost like a reddish orange pumpkin. That's what I'm going for with this color. And this one's called Scarlet. Do you guys have any questions about Painters Clubhouse? So you said your kid got a hold of your phone. That's fine. I figure sometimes people, like sometimes I'll get little mad or sad faces, and I just laugh because I figure most people like accidentally hit that and then didn't know how to undo it. How can anybody be sad when they're watching somebody paint? Mary painted a scarecrow yesterday with corn stalks and a pumpkin, and it was fun. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying painting. Well, if this is something that you feel like you want to start learning, you want to start practicing, the Painters Clubhouse is my membership. We teach it. We teach 2 door hangers every month. So like I said, you do get access to a library that has over 100 designs and templates in there. It also has a bunch of master class techniques. So if you're wanting to learn how to paint flowers or leopard print or camouflage even, or you're wanting to know how to use foils on a door hanger or bow making, Damon has done some bow making videos for us. Or I don't know what else. Let's see. There's just so many things. We have so many tutorials in there that you can go in and watch so that you can like brush up on new techniques and things that you can do to make your door hangers stand out and kind of develop your own style. And then on top of that, we actually release 2 new designs every month that are Painters Clubhouse exclusives for about a year. And then I teach one of those, and we have a guest artist come in and teach another one. And so then we usually have some kind of another like bonus technique or something that we'll sprinkle in. We also do Zoom paint parties where the ladies will get together on Zoom and they'll paint together and chat. And it's just a great way to spend time with other crafters and kind of have a little bit of a social life, even from home. Pansy says, I just joined last night after the webinar. I'm so excited to get started. I'm so glad you joined. Let me know if you have any questions. Carol says it's relaxing to watch you paint and then try to keep up with you. Charlotte says, are the templates just for painting or do they include the Glowforge template to cut? It includes the laser cut file as well. So if you have a Glowforge, you can use that. Now this is a new color I've picked up. It's called Sage Mint, and I thought we would do a pumpkin in it. It's a really pretty light green. So it makes me think of those green pumpkins that you see at the pumpkin patch. We're going to paint this one that color. What was I saying? So you get 2 new designs every month. They're usually in time for the holidays. So if like fall is coming up, it's usually a fall design, or Christmas or whatever, if Christmas is coming up. And something fun and new that we're going to start doing next month is having what we call remix tutorials. And that's where we take an old design that has been in the Painters Clubhouse for a little while and we remix it, kind of like we're doing tonight. Like I'll paint it a different way. So like I told you, tonight we're painting it like this, but tomorrow night we're going to paint it like this. And then Wednesday night, we're going to paint it like this. So if you don't want to miss any night, text me. I've put my text number in the description. I'll notify you when I go live. So the remix tutorials in the Painters Clubhouse are going to be similar. You'll get to see a new and different way to paint a design that has been in the clubhouse for quite a while. So that's kind of something fun and new, a bonus thing that we're going to start doing. And so you'll be getting an extra tutorial from me every night. This won't take the place of the new ones that you get each month. It'll just be something bonus that we're going to start doing. Do you paint the sides of your door hangers or just leave them? If I have cut it with a jigsaw, yes, I paint the sides. But since these are laser cut, the sides are always this nice, clean, dark, burned edge. And I like that, so I just leave it. What about Template Club? Do you get past templates from there or do you get the ones from the month when you move forward? You just get the ones from the current month and you move forward, Amy. But for those of you who are watching, the Template Club is a completely separate thing from Painters Clubhouse. I don't want to confuse anybody. It's not the same thing. However, as members of the Painters Clubhouse, you do have a few perks. You get 20% off in our shop if you want to use that to buy more templates or buy blanks. You can use it however you want to. And you also get 20% off the Template Club. So if you like love using the templates, you decide you want to start cutting out your own designs and you just can't get enough, you can join the Template Club. You get all the designs we release every month for one low cost. So instead of just getting, 2 designs in the Painters Clubhouse, you would be getting all of them. Now, they don't come with tutorials, but you would get the files to use in the Glowforge or the printable files. You know, those come with it too. And so you'd get 20% off that as a Painters Clubhouse member. And then a new bonus, which I haven't even told the Painters Clubhouse about this yet, but something that's coming in September is we are going to be having a special Painters Clubhouse only discount code to DecoArt. DecoArt's website. You guys will be getting your own special discount code that you can use on the DecoArt website just for being a Painters Clubhouse member. Yes, Barbara, it's 20% off every time you order. Every time. It's just up to you to remember to put in that month's code. Vashi says, will you be using the same colors all 3 nights? For the most part, there might be a little bit of a color change on this night, but I mean, we're staying within the same color family, so I think it'll be pretty close. Jennifer says, say what? Yeah, I had not announced that yet, so it's happening. We just don't have the code yet, so I can't give it to you yet, but it's going to be happening starting in September, hopefully, if we can get it all the details nailed down. Connie says, when you join Painters Clubhouse, do you get instructions and colors for the designs? Yes. So I will come live and paint whatever design it is inside the clubhouse live. And then afterwards, we will compile a printable like PDF for you guys to use so that you could take it with you if you wanted to, like Hobby Lobby, or you could just, check paints off if you have them. And it'll have all the colors listed and a link to the video and all that stuff in one nice, neat little place. Where do we access the templates in Painters Clubhouse? So Stacy, that's a great question. Painters Clubhouse is actually made up of 2 different parts. The first part is the Facebook page. And so the Facebook group. And so the Facebook group is where you hang out, where you watch live tutorials, where you post photos and engage with Painters Clubhouse sisters. But if you're wanting to download templates or watch an older video that that we did a few months ago or something like that, all of that lives inside the membership hub. And so you would need to log in either on the Kajabi app or through the website. You can go to southernadornamentsdecor.com and click login, and you can type in your password and your username. If you're not sure what your username and password are, you can email customer service and get that information sent over to you if you've lost it. I will say, when you join, whatever email you use to sign up, that will be your username that you'll use to sign in. And then it will send you an email for you to go log in, I think with like a temporary password or something like that. So if you need to, just write that information down so you don't forget what it was. It'll make it easier so you don't have to email customer service every time. This color is called Oyster Beige, and I'm painting this little pumpkin over here, Oyster Beige. Let's see. Hello, Rosemary. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Yes, Damon and Parker do have some beautiful ribbon. I got to tour their warehouse a few months ago, and I ended up going straight to the website and ordering some. Jennifer says, how do you keep it all straight? I'm already confused. It makes sense to me. Somebody's asking, does the size of the brush matter? Or how you use it? I see what you say there. Both. The size of the brush matters, but it's also how you use it. Both of those things matter. I'm using a flat tip brush right now, and that's usually my favorite kind of brush. I like that it holds lots of paint, and I can usually direct the paint in whatever direction I need it to go. Let's go ahead and do a second coat on this pumpkin here. It's already drying. Where did you get this basket of pumpkins? It's on our website. I did put the link in the video description at shopdoorhangers.com. You can get either the wooden piece like this to paint, or you can get the printable template, and that would be something you can trace and cut out your own, or you can use the laser cut file in your Glowforge or your laser cutter, whatever kind of machine you have. If you're in the Painters Clubhouse and you have no way to cut them, will you get a discount if we order a blank from you? Yes, you'll have it. We mentioned that a little bit ago. Maybe you weren't on here. You get 20% off every order that you place in the Clubhouse. All you have to do is use your special discount code. Okay, that looks pretty good. Donna ordered one of these today. Awesome. Hello, Pam Savage. Her video was the second one that you saw in our little countdown video at the very beginning. So Pam, if you didn't see it, when the video's over, you'll have to go back and watch the very beginning, because your little testimonial video about Painters Clubhouse was in the very beginning of this. I appreciate so much you sending that to us. By the way, condolences on the death of your brother. I know that had to be so difficult for you, and I just want you to know you're in my thoughts. Let's see. Kenzie says, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I've been looking for something like this to try, and I'm so glad I came across this community. Well, Kenzie, I feel like this membership is perfectly designed for the stay-at-home mom, because I was and still am a stay-at-home mom myself. Now all my kids, thank goodness, are in school, so it's a little easier. But I started this back when my kids weren't in school. By the way, this is the marigold color. We're going to fill in the colors of our straw with this. But I designed this with the stay-at-home mom in mind, because so many of you guys, you get like bogged down with laundry and dishes and dirty diapers and all the things that stay-at-home moms have to deal with. And sometimes at the end of the day, you feel like you really haven't gotten much accomplished, because even if you did 5 loads of laundry and you washed all the dishes, likely you're going to turn around and there's going to be more laundry. There's going to be more dirty dishes, and the cycle never ends, right? And so sometimes you just feel like you need an outlet. You need something to do that like makes you proud, because it's hard to be proud of getting laundry done or dirty dishes. Like, that's just not as satisfying, right? Some people do get satisfied, but I do not. And so if you paint a door hanger that day, then you do have something to show for it at the end of the day. You've got something gorgeous that you can either sell, give as a gift, or hang on your own front door. And so there is something so fulfilling in that. And it takes you away from just feeling like you're a mom or just feeling like you're a wife or whatever it is. And it gives you a sense of self back. I know there have been other members in our Painters Clubhouse. I mentioned Miss Erica last night when I was talking about her. And she said that, you know, she was beginning to lose her sense of self because she was just working herself to the bone as a paralegal. And she was a mom. And so she was just busy, busy, busy. But she said it wasn't until she started painting door hangers that she really started to feel like she had something to call her own, and like something that just like gave her time to just be Erica. And she said it wasn't very long after she'd been doing it that her husband noticed a change in her. And actually, Marina, if she's still watching, she told me the same thing on the live today when I interviewed her earlier today. She said her husband noticed a big change in her after joining Painters Clubhouse. He said she seems more relaxed. She seems happier, and just all around, like she just seems better. And so it's like she's gotten back to herself. So if you feel like that, if you feel like Zelda, I'm tickled at your comment. She said, I'm a stay-at-home grandma. I get to play all day. Isn't that the best? And then you get to send them home at the end of the day. So if you're one of those kind of moms who like you feel like you're a little bogged down and everything, and you just need something to call your own, an outlet, then painting door hangers may just be the thing. I also started doing it because I needed an outlet. I wanted like something to make with my hands. I loved to craft, and I just wanted something to do. But then eventually I realized I could sell these. And so then it became like even more fun because I had an excuse to do what I wanted to do all day, which was paint, knowing that I could just turn around and sell it. And then it was like, it wasn't time wasted. It didn't feel selfish to sit down and paint, because I knew I was going to be able to, you know, make a little extra money for the family, because we were a one income family for a long time. And, you know, that can be very difficult being a one income family. It puts a lot of pressure on the one person earning the income. So when I started bringing in money with door hangers and paint parties, it took a lot of pressure off my husband, and it made me feel proud to be contributing to the family. Okay, great question. Jennifer, or not question, but statement. Jennifer said, one of my concerns is that there's so many people out there doing door hangers and such that mine won't sell as well as other people's do. Jennifer, I know you feel like there's so many people out there who are also doing door hangers, but I think that is only because you are following online all these people who do door hangers. So in your world and from your perspective, yeah, everybody's painting door hangers, right? But if you went out and asked like your neighbor, for instance, or somebody at church or somebody, like outside your bubble, if they had ever heard of door hangers, they might say yes. But then if you ask them if they knew of somebody that paints door hangers, I bet their answer is going to be no. And even if their answer is yes, they might only know like one person. So we are consumed with it, right? We see it day in and day out because we like look at that stuff on Pinterest. We search for that stuff on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever. And so to us, yeah, it feels like everybody's doing it, but they're really not. There are so many people out there who live, like, say, in Arizona or even Maine. I know we saw people from Maine earlier who are just now discovering what door hangers even are. My business coach, Stu McLaren, had no clue what a door hanger was when I told him. He thought that it was those little things you hang on the hotel door that say "Do not disturb." And he thought I was teaching people how to paint those. I said, no. I said, it's like a wreath. Like you hang it on the door like a wreath, but it's made of wood and it's painted. And he's like, oh, that makes sense now. So Kenzie says, I want to sell them and I can't wait to get started. Well, I have some good news for you, because if you join tonight, we actually have 3 bonuses for you. And the first bonus is how to sell your door hangers. So if you join by midnight tonight, you get that bonus. And then there's 2 other bonuses. There's one that's how to fix a mistake without throwing your door hanger away. Because I know a lot of you guys may make a mistake. I mean, you're going to make a mistake. It's going to happen. But the thing is, I don't want you to like panic and throw it away and give up on yourself. I want you to have a solution for when that happens, for what to do. And so we have a video for you that's going to help. And then the third bonus is how to practice door hanger painting, even if you don't have any wood to practice on. So I know getting started with this can seem kind of pricey because you have to go out and buy paints and brushes, and, then you have to buy wooden blanks if you're not going to start cutting them yourself, or even if you are, you have to go out and buy wood and a jigsaw. It can be a little expensive to get started. So if you're just wanting to try this out, just wanting to do a little bit of practicing without going all in and buying all the stuff, I have a video that's going to help you with that. It's a bonus. That's how to practice without practicing on wood. Okay, Rita says, what's that color again? The one I just used, the brown, is called dark chocolate. This is called marigold. That's the hay. This one is oyster beige. And then we have canyon orange, sage mint, scarlet, open water, gray sky, and neutral gray. Oh, I forgot that one. I forgot that little stem on that pumpkin. I forgot there was one sitting down here. Thank you, Becky. She reminded me. You guys are so good to catch little things like that. Probably because you guys are watching it from about 2 feet up. I'm looking at it from about 5 inches away. So it's easy to miss little things like that because I'm too busy focusing on one little thing. What if the whole door hanger is a mistake? Then you sand the whole thing down and start over. Don't throw it away. That's just a waste of wood if you throw it away. Yes, Shannon, if you are a Painters Clubhouse member already, you will get access to those videos. I don't know if they're added to the library yet, but they will be. Terry says, yes, this is my first time hearing of door hangers. Well, Terry, you're in for a treat. How are you cleaning your brushes? I'm just rinsing them in a little mug of water, just warm water. Okay, so we've got all of our basics painted. Now it's time to go in and add some little details. So let's start by adding some polka dots to our little bandana. Hang on. I wanted to use some little sponge pouncers, but I think they're in the closet. Hold up. I got to grab them. Here we go. This is what I wanted. These little bitty sponge pouncers. So we sell these in our shop. They're in a pack of 20. You get 5 different sizes, I think. And so this is the smallest one. What, Charlie? She's back. Your room is clean? Well, good.
So can I play my kid?
Yes. You may have to ask Dad where it's at.
I know it's in the living room.
Okay, okay. Yes, Brandy, you'll be able to go back and watch this from the beginning. Robin says, I've sanded mine down plenty of times and started over. It just gives me more practice. I love your positive attitude, Robin. Let's see. Catherine says, everyone is selling t-shirts, but everyone has something different to offer, and everyone has their own techniques, and that's what's the difference. Exactly. When you start this, you're not really going to have your own sense of style, right? You're going to be like mimicking in order to learn, and that's fine. That's where everybody starts. But after you've been doing this a little while, you're going to start to learn some other methods and things you can do that will make your door hangers more unique to you. And so that will be the thing that helps you to stand out. And just like some people like coffee and some people don't, you may not, or some people like tea. You may not be everybody's cup of tea, right? I'm mixing up a little bit of black with the blue color to create a slightly darker shade. And that's what we're going to do our polka dots in. But you may not be everybody's cup of tea. Somebody may like tea and somebody may not. And that's totally fine because that's what makes the world go around. All right, we're going to dip our little sponge pouncer in this paint, and then we're going to dab it off. You don't want any dripping on the edge. And then we're just going to pounce and do little dots on our bandana. Or I keep calling it a bandana. It's technically like a little cloth. Hang on, I need a sticky note to kind of put right here so I don't get paint on the edge of the basket. There we go. Let's do one right up here on the edge of the basket as well. Get a little bit more. We'll do one kind of on the edge right here. Let's see if I've missed any questions. Marie says, I can say that my style has changed greatly since I first started. Absolutely. I can see it. Do you reuse the pouncers? Yes, Lydia. I rinse them out in warm water. Just don't let the paint dry on them. Like when I'm done with this, I'll drop it in my little cup of water so that the paint doesn't dry. Let's do one right up here. Oops. There we go. Looks pretty good. Y'all can't see those polka dots very well. I'm sorry. I think the light is kind of doing something funny. I'll hold it up so y'all can see it in just a second. Do one there and there and there. These polka dots don't have to be perfect. Just get them on there. All right, let me hold it up like this so y'all can see. The colors are a little bit more accurate on this camera. Looks pretty good, don't it? It's not perfect either, because look, if you get up close, you can see my polka dots are a little muddled, especially right over here. But when we add all of our finishing details on, none of that's going to matter. It's going to be totally fine. Is there a coupon for Painters Clubhouse? No, there's not really. If you participated in the wood letter workshop, no, sorry, not the wood. That was in the spring. If you participated in the fall double-sided door hanger workshop that we did, then you would be getting $10 off your first month. But if you didn't participate in that, then there's not a discount. Chris says, why are you on tonight? Because we are open for the Painters Clubhouse is open until the 25th. So each night we're going to be painting this design a little different. This is tonight, tomorrow night, Wednesday night. And so it's a great way to kind of show the progress that somebody could make inside the membership. Now I'm just taking this little Posca, not pasta like spaghetti, Posca, P-O-S-C-A, and we're just going to add some little details to our pumpkins. And so I'm painting this one tonight as if I was a beginner. I'm not going to add a ton of detail with these paint pens. We're just going to kind of trace over the lines that are laser etched on the door hanger to give it some more detail. This is a 5mm Posca pen. I get these on Amazon. I love them. They're a great way to add extra detail. If you're kind of like nervous to use a tiny paintbrush to do this part, using a paint pen is great because it's fast and accurate. Well, let's finish painting that part down there in a minute. That way it gives it time to dry a little bit more. Thank you, Chris. Is this template in Template Club? Yes. Do you usually paint the back a solid color? No, I don't usually paint. Yay, Missy's joining. Wonderful. You'll be getting all the bonuses that we just mentioned a moment ago. Jennifer says, I know because it's your experience, because you literally painted that in less than an hour. I told you I only had an hour to do this, so I was intentionally going fast. And because we're painting it as a beginner would, especially since I'm advanced, it doesn't take very long. Now, I know that a beginner would definitely take longer to paint this because, you know, they'd be worried about staying inside the lines, and they're not as confident with their painting hand as I am. But that comes with time. I promise you, the more you do this, the more confident your hand becomes and the easier it is. What kind of paint are you using? This is a Posca paint pen. Do you get a discount for Template Club if you're a member of? Yes, you get 20% off of Template Club. Are there any other questions I can answer? I'm going to have to wrap this up in about 9 more minutes because I have another live I have to do inside of our workshop group at 8. So I will stay on until as close to then as I can and answer your questions. So if you have one, put it down below. If you're ready to join Painters Clubhouse right now, we do have a link for you up in the description. You'll get all 3 of the bonuses that we talked about. And you'll have access to Painters Clubhouse immediately. It may be within 24 hours before we add you to the Facebook group. Just depends on how bogged down our VAs are, because it takes a little bit of time for them to get you in there sometimes. But I bet they're on top of it. Just add some little lines down the edge here. Leslie, it's $47 a month, or you can pay annually. If you're worried about the cost, I will say that it is one of those things where you can sell what you make to be able to kind of compensate for the cost of it. And I highly encourage you to do so. It's going to it's going to help you actually become more confident in your painting faster if you start selling them. Okay, we've got all the details on here. Now we just need to add a little bit of white to make things pop. So actually, let me try this skinny white paint pen, the 3M. How do you hang this one? Well, Zelda, this one's only 12 inches. So I probably won't be hanging this one. Oh, I just realized I missed a spot. So this one isn't included in Painters Clubhouse. No, we have exclusive designs that we give to Painters Clubhouse. And so there's probably over 100 designs inside the library. I knew one of you guys would catch it. Laura caught it. But I won't be hanging this one up, Zelda. This one will likely become either a wreath attachment or a porch sign attachment. It could sit on a shelf, like on a mantle or something. Whatever you want to do with it. Or, I mean, it's like a good size for like a kid's door, but I doubt my kids would want to fit this one up. But if you wanted to hang it, all you'd have to do is staple some 1/4 inch. Use a 1/4 inch staple and staple some jute string to the back, and that will make it easier to hang up. Or you could drill a hole in it and run some wire. There's different ways. I'm just adding a little bit of white on some of these little areas to kind of make them pop. This adds a little bit of whimsy, and it kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. Oh, I forgot this little pumpkin here. Oh, and I forgot a black outline there. There's so many lines. It's easy to miss one. Okay. Oh, this little guy down here. There we go. You can add as many little lines as you want. It kind of adds a little bit of whimsy and makes everything kind of pop. Okay, let's make this bigger so I can show you guys. There we go. That way I can move this out of the way and I can hold this up for you guys so you can see the finished design. So this is exactly how a beginner could paint it and keep it super simple. Now tomorrow night we'll be painting it like the one in the middle. Notice it's got a little bit of leopard print, some buffalo plaid, and polka dots on some of the pumpkins. And then on Wednesday night, night number 3, we'll be painting it more realistic with like a rustic looking basket and some buffalo plaid, some smaller buffalo plaid on that one. Let's see. What is the paint pen you're using, Cindy? It's called a Posca paint pen. I have these linked in my Amazon favorites. How do you decide where to put the highlights? Sherry, sometimes I decide based on where my light source is going to be. Like if a light source was up here, it would be bouncing off these little spots on the pumpkin, right? So I try to kind of keep that in mind, but I don't always go perfectly by that rule. I just try to disperse it around. Any spot that looks flat on a door hanger, I will add some extra lines. Pam said, I missed one little bit of an outline on the white pumpkin. Please get it or it'll drive me crazy. A little bit of an outline. Where did I miss it? Is it this little bitty spot? Oh, Pam, you can't be a perfectionist, can you? Are you a perfectionist, Pam? Did I get it? Did I get it? It's difficult to be a perfectionist and be a painter. I'm so glad you've enjoyed this, Sue. Welcome. Billy said, I wish I knew this too. Do you mean you wish? Wait. April says, I just don't see beginner, but that looks great. Why don't you see beginner? Like to me, this is beginner. Everything is very basic. We didn't do any shading. We didn't add any patterns. It's kind of like paint by number. The only thing that probably wasn't paint by number that we did was the little white highlights and the polka dots. Everything else was painting inside the lines and then tracing the lines with a Posca pen. And if that seems intimidating to you, I promise you it's not as difficult as it seems. All you have to do is give it a shot. Trust that I can help you with this. Trust the process. Yes, Debbie, nursing homes are always a great place to hang up these little things like this. I was talking to Marina Vitale today. She's a Painters Clubhouse member, and she was saying how she loves to gift things like this to people because she said she's a gift giver and she just loves painting them and giving them away. And so she hasn't like drummed up the courage yet to start selling them, but you know, giving them away is a great way to kind of get started, and it kind of helps boost your confidence when you give it to somebody and they're grateful and happy to have gotten it. Lisa says, thanks for doing this 3-day instruction. You're welcome. Wanda wants to know what time tomorrow. So tomorrow will be 7 p.m. and then Wednesday night will be after my Wednesday night Bible study, which will be 8:30 p.m. So it'll be late Wednesday night. But I want you to sign up tonight for Painters Clubhouse. If you're at all on the fence about it, there's no risk, guys, no risk. It's $47 a month. If you sign up now, you get all 3 of the bonuses: how to sell your door hanger, how to fix a mistake without throwing your project in the trash, and how to practice your door hanger painting, even if you don't have any wood at home. You get all 3 of those bonuses if you sign up tonight. If you wait, one of those bonuses is going away tomorrow. Not going to tell you which one of them. It's like Russian roulette. You don't know which one. Stephanie says, mine are piling up. I need to get the courage to start selling. Yes, girl, you're sitting on a gold mine. Go set up a craft booth, girl. And if you don't enjoy it, if for some reason, and this doesn't happen very often, if for some reason you don't enjoy it, you're welcome to cancel at any time. All you have to do is email our customer service ladies and they will help you get that taken care of. It's not a big deal, but I promise you, you're going to love it. You're going to have access to the library with over 100 different designs. It's like the Netflix of door hangers. You can go watch them at any time. You're going to get all of these masterclass techniques that we've been giving out for the last 3 years. You can go in and watch those as well. Plus we add new ones every single month, 2 new designs every month, and also a bonus technique. You're going to have access to the community where the Painters Clubhouse Facebook group is. And then you're going to get discounts in our shop to buy the wooden blanks or extra templates, or you can join the template club at 20% off. And like I said, you're going to be able to buy Deco Art paint from the Deco Art website using a Painters Clubhouse exclusive discount code that we're going to be rolling out to the Painters Clubhouse in September. So don't wait another minute. Go sign up. If you're all about this and you're excited, go ahead and sign up for the full year if you want to. You get 2 months for free. Regina, you can read more about it at paintersclubhouse.com. There is a link up in the video description. You can go sign up there. If you want to be notified tomorrow night when I paint live, and then Wednesday night also, I've put my phone number there. You can text me. It will notify you when I paint live. Do I ship to Canada? Yes, we do. All right, guys, I've got to go, but I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you tomorrow night.